Hey, Fred. Thanks for doing this. Hope you're doing well. There weren't many transition opportunities for either team yesterday. Obviously, that's a big part of what you guys like to do is get out and run. How can you guys control the pace of the game, change the pace of the game against a team that does such a good job of getting back?
Well, we got to run first. We didn't run very fast. We didn't run our lanes. We didn't get to the corners. I thought we played too fast to start the game and too slow after that. So we had our opportunities. I think we forced them, to a bunch of turnovers. We didn't really capitalize off of those. But like I said, give them credit. They were the better team. They did a good job of stopping us in transition, and we got to find a way to take advantage of that in the next game.
Thanks, Fred.
We will go to Rachel Brady from the Globe and Mail next.
Hey, Fred. I'm wondering, you guys are narrowing in on the time where you get to see the family soon. Is that right?
Yes.
That's coming soon? I wonder how you feel about that. What's that going to do for you? What's that going to be like for you?
I'm just excited. I miss my family. Family is huge for me, so it's been a while. I think last time I saw him was Father's Day, so it's been a while, but it'll be good to see everybody, and right on time after getting our butts kicked yesterday. So that'll kind of take my mind off of it for a little bit today, and then I'll get prepared and get locked in for the game tomorrow.
So is today the day?
Yes.
Thanks.
Next, we'll go to Chris Mannix from SI, who has a question there for you.
Hey, Fred. There's a lot of emphasis, obviously, putting on voting in the next couple of months. Ideally, you're trying to engage younger people. I'm wondering what voting mean to you at 18, 19, 20 years old? How did you view the voting process back then?
It wasn't very important. I'll say that. Where I come from, people my age and my generation it's not a big thing. I grew up in a place where you feel hopeless and you feel like no matter who's the president or who's in office, nothing changes. You're gonna be in the same situation. So I think just getting people educated, get them informed, the more I've grown and matured over the years, I'm trying to learn more and more about the political process and how detailed it gets. And you always just think about the presidential election, but there's many more, positions that we need to take seriously. So I think it's hard to get people to care about it without, educating them and informing them. And it's designed that way. It's designed for us to not care about it. So that way we don't show up and vote and they're able to keep who they need to keep in office. So for me, just trying to put together something that'll help people get the information they need. And I think with that information, it'll allow people to feel more comfortable about going out to vote.
Do you remember what got you to vote for the first time or what pushed you in that direction?
No, I think it's just my parents vote and, growing up in a household like that and just being educated over the years and going to college and seeing how the whole thing works. So obviously Obama's election was a big moment for everybody, especially in my community. So that kind of was a light bulb going off. And then I think we relaxed a little bit and now it's time to get back out there and do our part as a society to get out there and vote and encourage people to vote. And like I said, give the information that allows people to be more comfortable because there's a large section of our society that just probably doesn't believe in it.
Last question today is going to go to Greg Ross from the CBC. Greg, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hey, Fred. Obviously, when you think about just how great a run you guys have had so far in the bubble, and even you go back to before the pandemic, you guys really outplayed a lot of your critics' expectations of what this team would do this year. But when you look at a game like last night, can you guys use that as a way to kind of, test yourselves, your ability, your mental fortitude, your ability to bounce back after a tough game when probably you guys weren't yourselves?
I think that's just when you draw on your experience a little bit. We've all been in these positions. We've been on the good side. We've been on the bad side. We understand the ups and downs that come with the playoffs. So a lot of the guys in our rotation have been battle tested, and you just understand that there's going to be a game like that probably at some point, and you hope that it doesn't come, but it did. And now it's our job to make sure that, it doesn't happen again. You probably can't survive more than one of those. So we have to put together a better performance tomorrow to give ourselves a chance and continue to move forward and not get too high or too low. And people say that a lot, but it's a little bit harder to do when you're in the moment and you want to compete at a high level. And nobody is out there trying to play bad. It's just that's the way it goes sometimes, and we got to be able to turn it around and be accountable and like you said, have that fortitude to look at the film, get better, take some criticism, and get out there and correct it. And I think that if we do those things, we'll have a better shot. And I think we're still pretty confident, but obviously we got some work to do.
Just a quick follow-up. Do you think that this team has earned enough respect with everything you've done throughout this season, pre and post pandemic play? Do you think that you have the respect of the league and fans to think, hey, this is a team that can bounce back from something like that?
To be honest, I don't care about that, so I don't think about that. So I don't really have an opinion on that. I know my teammates have my respect. This franchise has my respect, and vice versa. And nothing really outside the locker room matters right now. And that's the way it's got to be going forward, especially in the playoffs. You try to stay as locked in as possible, tight-knit group, and kind of block out all that outside noise that you're speaking about. So I never really focused on what other people think of us, more so just what we think of ourselves. And from day one, we set out to win a championship, and it takes 16 wins to do that, and we're 4-1 right now. So got to stay positive and keep moving forward.